So we have less than 2 weeks before we get in our RV and we go and we leave Los Angeles. So while we're here, we're trying to pump out the heroes of nature. So today we have a new one for you. We're gonna go on an adventure and we're gonna meet Christopher, Shelayna, and Nicole from LA Nature Kids. So come on, let's go. Hi guys!
Hey!
How are you?
Hey Liz.
Hi,
Good
to see you. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. All right, so what's happening? Where are we going?
Well, today's a pretty sunny day.
Yes.
Hot.
Yes.
You know, beach, a lot of people.
Yeah.
So probably not a good place to go because we like to stay kind of away from people.
Yeah.
To explore nature.
Nice.
So, and this is your first day.
Yes.
Liz.
Yes.
We're gonna take you to a really special place.
Ooh.
So you can't really tell other people where
Okay.
to take you.
Okay.
Because it's a secret.
This isn't a kidnapping, right?
No.
No location, no coordinates.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we're gonna get in this Sprinter van.
Yeah.
And we all have bare feet, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so when you're ready, when you're ready, what is your name?
My name is Christopher.
My name is Nicole. My name is Shelayna.
All around.
Kind of
Okay.
like, this is like a short, what we'll do today is like a short version
Okay.
of,
So you have the regular like school during the year. You have after school, and then you have summer camp.
and then camps. You have summer, winter, whatever.
All throughout the year. There's
Yeah.
camps. Okay.
And in Reggio, they do say the environment is the third teacher. And so I feel like this completely embodies that. Like
Totally.
We're in these very rich environments. I mean, and that's the other thing. Nature is so rich, diverse. It's not predictable all the time. So there's all, crawfish or bugs, roly-polies.
There's always something.
There's always something.
Yeah. And the great thing about nature is that you can have all of these things going on as a kid and or adult in your head. Once you get out in nature, it just like goes away.
Yes.
And it's like, that's why I can see there'd be no fighting with kids or none of that, because it's like, as soon as you get in nature, it's like, what's that? What's that bug? What's that tree? What's that? What's going on over there? And your mind is just like in the present and
Yes.
what's going on and not in your head anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens is where we go. So that's why I told you it's a secret place. We do not go on regular hikes and places. We go to places where there is something interesting for a kid to do. Creeks, rocks, trees.
Yes. I love that.
And then it kind of unfolds, So it's really the environment itself that provides the activity.
Totally.
And then we facilitate it. Like,
can try, yeah. Oh my God, it is. Oh, wow. This is celery. You do snack on the way. There's celery, there's elderberries, there's blackberries. I love it. And she's collecting, see, she's collecting herbs for tea. Christopher, tell us about your passion for nature as we see, how you're out in your element.
My passion for nature would be is I feel free. There's no rules, and I like that.
Yeah.
I should tell you about LA Nature Kids.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
So there was a low point in my life, and I started working as a preschool teacher in a little. Why are you laughing?
You're gonna say like working as a preschool teacher is a low point.
That's
So
why you
like,
laugh.
yeah.
Well, for me it was because I didn't have the
Yes.
freedom that I had to
Yes,
work
yes.
for
We
somebody
understand.
in a
Working for
place.
someone was a low
So
point
yeah,
to me.
so what I found out, because this was a first for me, is that usually the curriculum is done around seasons, the spring, the winter, the summer, and so as a teacher in a preschool, you bring the outside world in. And I love being out in nature, so I bring some rats. I mean, I could bring whole branches and a whole bunch of stuff, or just a bunch of stinky kelp, crabs and stuff. So I would bring what I could find in. And then the assistant director, the director, one day she came to me in the morning. She said, "Look at this," and she showed me a magazine. It was a Time magazine, and on the front cover, it was nature schools. Nature preschool, and she said, "This is right up your alley. You should check it out." And I checked it out, and I thought, well, okay. So I asked somebody who I knew who was a teacher too. I said, "Well, do you wanna do this?" And we started with a little Astro van, which was called Squeaky because it squeaked. The kids loved it, and the parents loved it, and then it just kind of snowballed. It grew on me. So it's not something that I had planned or anticipated. It kind of just fell in my lap, and it was the right thing, and I was happy with it. The kids and the family were happy, and that's how it's been.
And the freedom, again, it does go back to freedom, because there are a lot of preschools that want the masks now, and so many rules. What children are provided and allowed here in nature is a lot of freedom and autonomy, and we are not saying no all the time. We're not telling them to sit down. We're not telling them not to run. Like at my old school, I'm just amazed, like, don't run, don't, like, kids run.
We don't go out when it's raining.
Right.
It's raining in LA. Hide, you know, it's a storm. End of the world. It's like, don't splash, don't get wet.
You're right, there are a lot of rules for kids.
Today, our little adventure is what we do with the kids. So onto the tea. I don't know if it's a good time because it's going to get cold.
He really wants to drink the tea.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nicole.
So today we only have mint, fennel, and raspberry leaf, but we could have got nettle and plantain too. Yesterday we got stung by nettle, so we put plantain, and I poured it. You can try it. It's a cocktail.
Cheers, eh?
Cheers.
To a good life.
Cheers. Cheers.
Best way.
Cheers. Cheers.
That's really good.
That's one, I like it.
Cocktail.
And so these cups look like bamboo, but they're arundo. They're an invasive species here, but a lot of things to do with them. Bows and arrows, drinking cups, flutes, fishing poles, spears.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff to do with them. We love it.
And we don't feel badly about cutting it down because it's
Teepees,
invasive.
shelter, yeah.
That's amazing. How did the kids like the tea?
Oh, yes.
And it was super because we never put sugar, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always plain water.
They
The
love it.
Fennel is the sweetest, so I think maybe it's one of the favorites.
Yeah.
I love the mint.
So they're walking around with you and you're saying this is mint, and they can taste it and they can touch it and they can do all the things, and then you put it in the tea and you're like, this is what it will do with hot water, and then they're drinking it. They're getting the entire
And
experience.
they cut the bamboo too.
Yes.
They cut the bamboo too.
And they-
so different so.
Yeah, and they bring the herbs home to their parents also, and they also tell their parents what the plants are, and
So, yeah.
they're very well versed in
That's
that.
the effect right there of how this is influencing, right? So you're teaching the children and the children are teaching their parents, which is amazing. And that's how you're spreading the awareness of nature thing. Wow. That's very cool.
Yeah.
You're a very influential person.
Well, I don't think of myself like that, but thanks.
Well, we're putting you guys on camera. You guys are kind of like our heroes.
Yeah.
You are totally a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that? You are a hero in so many kids' lives, you know, in teachers' lives, and then it's just like what I said before, it's the spider web of education and knowledge about nature.
You know what? When I just read that yesterday evening, the heroes of nature, I thought what came to my mind first is I see on these buildings, you know, here are heroes, you know, in the older homes, and I told Shelayna, well, you know, you guys are heroes because, you know, during the corona, you're the only ones who are taking the kids out into nature, you know, and
they should be.
and then outside, you know, and nobody's going to corona so far, Mama.
And we've had no cases,
And we've
no
seen
spread.
hundreds of kids.
Yeah. Yes, nature has the answers.
It does.
We just
Nature
don't want to
provides.
listen. Yes.
Nature provides. And so I guess the last question is, you know, how do you get people to care about nature?
Bring them in nature.
Bring
It's
them
the
to
first
nature.
step. I had some friends who, when the first time I brought them, like maybe 10 years ago, they were from Paris and they were like, Berlin! Like, you know, they love camping, they go everywhere, they take their kids, and I think the more you go in nature, the more you get to
That's great. So LA Nature Kids, go to their website if you want to be a part of LA Nature Kids or if you want your kids to. If you love what we're doing here, go ahead and subscribe and like and follow us. And I want to thank you guys so much. Thank you for doing what you do every day, for inspiring and for being heroes of nature. And thank you so much. And we love you.
Thank you, Liz.
And until next time.
And
bye-bye.
and the crew.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Everything is poisonous in the elderberry except the berries and the flower.
So the berry is not poisonous
No.
in the elderberry.
But some people are sensitive, they can still barf. But you just barf, you don't die.